So good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again, the day you have all been waiting for. Man City can make history today by completing the historic treble. The Premier League champions and the FA Cup winners could go the full hog, ending up with all three trophies. And it would be unbelievable if they did it. I think there's a lot of people out there, especially Man United fans, that are not looking for them to do it. But it is what it is. Listen, Man United were the first to do it. Can't ever take that away from them. But it can be done tonight. We're going to get into the nitty gritty and all of that. Make sure you are firing the like button up, people. Appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Flying up towards 12K, by the way. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. Check out the main channel. We'll be having some videos out on that. William Saliba contract has been done. Go and check out the video. As soon as you finish watching this, that video will be out on the main channel. I'll have a video out about Rice. Still no Declan Rice bid as we stand. And a video about Kai Havertz linked to Arsenal as well. Also, back on here later tonight, there'll be a video about Mason Greenwood as well. So keep your eyes peeled. Smash the donation option. Hit the thanks. Thanks, Lee. Hi, Lee. Anyway. Champions League, the biggest club game on the planet. Manchester City have swept all before them. They literally wiped Real Madrid out, wiped Bayern Munich out, got out of a group with Dortmund in it, who very nearly won the league, by the way. Fell away at the end, bottled it on the last day. But it's been a pretty flawless campaign so far for Man City. Obviously, the only trophy they haven't won before going into this final is the League Cup. They got knocked out of the League Cup by Southampton. They've beaten Man United in the FA Cup. They've beaten Arsenal to the title from being 8 points behind. And now they're up against an Internazionale Milano. Internazionale Milano. How's my Italiano? But they are up against Inter Milan tonight. And I don't think there's many people giving Inter a prayer, if I'm honest, which is probably dangerous because Inter Milan are not as bad as you think they are, people. They've obviously done the domestic cups this season. I think they've won both of them, if I'm not mistaken. I think Inter Milan have won both cups. I'm going to double check that, but I'm pretty sure they won them both. But they have obviously got Lukaku up front as well, and he's got a pretty good goal scoring record this season, despite not playing many games. His goal output this season is actually very, very good. So, listen, this ain't a foregone conclusion. They have obviously got some very good players in the Inter team as well, and they did do the cup double, the Italian Cup winner and the Italian Super Cup winner. So, listen, they are they're not a bad team, are they? Let's be real with it. They're a very decent outfit. They've got a manager in Inzaghi, by the way, whose record in the Champions League is a joke, especially in knockout stages. I think he's got about a 70-odd% win record in this competition. So, but he is up against the best manager on the planet right now, who last time he was in the Champions League final absolutely nosed it out with his starting 11, in my opinion. And I think he's learnt from that, Pep. I think that now you look at it and you think they're not playing table tennis backwards and forwards, up and down the pitch. The way they dismantled Bayern Munich, the way they dismantled Real Madrid, it was a little bit more, it was almost very controlled. They knew what they were doing. They knew how they were going to get the job done. And then with Erling Haaland up front as well, they've always got a goal for it. And I think that now, if you have a look at the way that they dismantle both of them teams, Inter ain't on the same planet as the other two, in my opinion. Listen, Inter are a very good team, but I don't see how they do it. The only way they could do it is if they stink out their way to like penalties or something like that. But listen, it's a final. There is always a chance. I don't personally think they'll do it. I think Man City will win the game, and I do think that they will be crowned treble winners. You know, so I don't know. It's going to be very interesting because this is going to be very intense. Man City know they can make history if they do that. If they don't, then they've cancelled their trophy parade, which is what they should be doing. You know, just because they've won the league and the cup, if they don't achieve the big ears, the Gary Lineker, then why would they have a trophy parade? They win the league every year anyway. probably getting a little bit boring for him, isn't it? Now let's have a look at the players. Obviously, Lisandro Martinez, we know of. He's linked to a move to Real Madrid. Romelu Lukaku, it could be his last game for Inter Milan, although he does want to stay. And he doesn't want to go back to Chelsea. I don't blame him, if I'm being completely honest. And you look through some of the other players. Obviously, Darmian, ex-Man United. Bastoni, decent as well. Brozovic is in midfield. Denzel Dumfries, Kalanoglu. Listen, he's not a bad player. Massively overrated by a lot of people, but he's not a bad player. De Vrij as well. They got some decent players in Milan. Got some decent players. Edin Dzeko's another one. Barea is another one. Skriniar, another one. Sound like DJ Khaled. But they have actually got some very good players. And Acerbi, another one. They're decent level footballers, but are they going to be decent enough to beat Manchester City? That is where I have an issue with them. Yeah, they in terms of strikers up front, they could have Dzeko, they could have Lukaku, they could have Lautaro Martinez. I'm looking at their last game, and they went with a 3-5-2. They'll probably do. Sorry, it was a 3-4-3. I'm lying. A 3-4-3. Oh, it ain't. It's a 3-5-2. Sorry, I'm lying. It is a 3-5-2. I was looking at the team they were playing. 3-5-2. I think that's what they're going to do. That's pretty much standard for Inter Milan. I do think that they're going to really have to nullify Manchester City's threat, because Man City have got goals galore everywhere, all over the park. All right, let's just be real with it. They got goals everywhere. Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, Foden, Grealish, Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne. They can literally Gundogan. They can literally score from anywhere. Whereas you look at that Inter Milan team, I don't really see the same. Yes, they've got some decent players in the team, but I don't really see where they can just magically pop a goal out of nowhere. Whereas with Man City, even when their backs up against the wall, bang, Foden scores. Bang, Mahrez a score. Haaland just whipped the ball in, bosh, it's a goal. They've got game-changing players, Man City. And, if Inter Milan do pull it off, it'll probably be one of the biggest upsets in football, and definitely one of the biggest upsets in the final, as Champions League final, especially because, like I said, the quality difference between Inter and Man City is night and day. It's chalk and cheese. It is a massive, massive gap in quality, massive gap in managers. Although Inzaghi has done very well, Pep Guardiola's in a league of his own at the minute. He's the best manager in the world for a reason. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, my loan to Man City was extended. So, I've got another 2 years. I've already done 2 years. Hopefully, they end up winning it. And my second season on loan at Man City results in a treble. I don't care how shameless I sound. They're doing it tonight. Interesting to know what you guys think, because there is it's a final. We've seen Man City over the years lose finals to Wigan. We've seen Man City lose to Brentford twice this season. They are beatable. They're not I don't think they're a better team than they were when they did the Centurion season. But I think what they have done this season, especially in the Champions League, is they've known how to game manage a lot better. Pep normally overcomplicates stuff in this competition with Man City. And this season he hasn't. We know that he's going to go with John Stones, Johnny Stones, in midfield with Rodri. Without the ball, he'll be dipping back in. Hybrid. He's a hybrid. And we know that there'll be four behind the striker. Who that four is? Probably Bernardo Silva, probably Gundogan, probably Kevin De Bruyne. Gundogan. Gundogan will probably be on the bench for this game, believe it or not. It'll probably be. Oh, maybe he'll play him, because he could play Rodri. He could play 4-1-4-1, which is pretty much what he's done. He'll probably go with the back four: Walker, Stones, Diaz, and Ake. Although Akanji could get in the team. See, this is the thing. They got so many good players. I don't even know what his starting 11 is. Give me your starting 11. Who would you play? But they could literally play any of them attacking players, and they still look amazing. They could have Foden and Grealish on the pitch. They could have Mahrez and Foden. They could have Grealish and Mahrez. They could have Bernardo and Foden. And they still look amazing. Yeah, and with the Dolphin up front, like El Terminator up front, they've always got a goal for it. And listen, Kevin De Bruyne, big game for him tonight. And yeah, man, cometh the hour, cometh the best team. And good luck to both of them, man. Listen, if Inter Milan do it, fantastic. Absolutely a mad achievement. They would have completed a treble, albeit a slightly different one. It would have been a cup treble, but they would have completed a treble. If Man City do it, they equal Manchester United's 99 treble. And then Man City and Man United fans can argue whose is better. Nobody cares. A treble is a treble. It doesn't matter whose is better. Man United done it first. Doesn't take anything away from Man City doing their treble, as far as I'm concerned. It's a shame my team, Arsenal, ain't in the final, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, we're in phase 3 of a 50 million phase project process you've set up. It is what it is. Maybe next year, this could be my team. So for now, I'm still on loan to Man City until that happens. So yeah, big up the citizens. Good luck to Inter Milan as well. My score prediction for the game. I only see this game one way. I can't lie. There is a chance, of course, it is a final, but I only see this game one way, and I think that Man City win it. Yeah, I think it's time. They've grown mentally. They've grown. The maturity of their performances in this competition has been second to none. And the fact that they wiped Real Madrid and Bayern Munich out just like that. Yes, Inter Milan pose a different threat. Lukaku, totally different striker to Bayern Munich or Real Madrid strikers. So, yeah, there's a possibility. Lautaro Martinez is not clinical enough for me. So, I don't know. Edin Dzeko up against his former team as well. Mkhitaryan. Yeah, maybe he wasn't the problem. Maybe Arsenal was. Maybe Man United was. Darmian's there. Lukaku's there. Mkhitaryan's there. Crazy, isn't it? All that dead wood. But I'm going to go, I think Inter a score. I'm going to go 3-1 Man City. And big up to everybody who has travelled over there, man. Big up Big Steve, big up Daps, and anybody else that's travelled all the way to Istanbul, man. Beautiful country, Turkey. I've been before, albeit not to Istanbul, but I have been before. And yeah, man, Champions League final, if only. And on that bombshell, smash the like button, subscribe. We're out of here. Adios. Ciao.